Hey, welcome to EdTech Tuesday. I'm Jennifer Gibson.
And I'm Rich Dixon. Let's take a look at something called Tellagami. It's a free iPad
Okay,
app.
wait. Tellagami, it sounds like kind of like origami mixed with a telephone.
Well, it does include some creativity. So
Okay.
we're kind of on that.
All right, let's check it out.
And it has a little bit to do with recording voice, so it's kind of related to what you said. That was a good intro.
So good.
All right, let's
All right.
take a look. We're going to launch this app. It's free in the App Store. And what this is a storytelling app. And what it allows students to do is to create their own avatar.
I love it. I like that outfit too.
We can choose different characters. We can change their gender. So
way.
I'm going to change to a guy for
Okay.
myself here.
All right, we'll
I
do
can
that.
do some skin tone. I'd like to be a little bit tanner than I am. It
Yeah.
hasn't quite been beach time yet.
No. I think you've been to the beach there.
All right, and then I can change eye color, and I can go through.
Way. Okay.
and
All right. All I'm going to say right now is, I can see kids spending hours, trying different
Tons
personas on and
tons
outfits.
and tons of things.
Oh yeah.
I don't usually come dressed that way, but anyway,
No.
the point is that after I choose the different character traits that I'd like,
Mm-hmm.
I can move on and I can start to communicate with an emotion. So you can start to see how this would work with special needs students,
Yes.
just as an example. Not that
Right.
it has to be limited to only special needs students. It can work
Can
in
I
a
can I
variety
just
of
touch it?
environments.
Can I?
Yeah,
I want
what-
this one.
Silly?
Yes,
Oh,
I love it. I love
man.
it. I had to do that one.
You know, that might make me feel a little angry if you did
Yeah,
that. So I'm
but
gonna
then
change
you'd
it.
be surprised.
Yeah, I might be. But in the end, we're all happy, aren't we?
Okay, all right.
All right, so then I'm going to click on background, and I can change the background to something else. It could be a photo that I've taken. So if I want my avatar to be in an environment of a
Oh,
picture where
I
I've
love
taken.
that. So it could be like Washington, D.C. in the background if you had a field trip there.
Exactly.
Oh, I
So
like that idea.
You see the photos and
Yeah.
all the different things that are right there. I
Okay.
can also draw into the background as well and create some different
Oh, that's so
action,
fun.
if you will.
Okay.
I can erase and do all those wonderful things. So what's really nice, though, is that when I am done, I can actually either type in something that the avatar represents, maybe let's say is a character and I want to describe the character, and so I describe the characteristics of that person in a book, for example,
Oh,
or a
wow.
character in history, or I can actually record
Okay.
my voice. And this is what I think is really neat. We can begin to record right away. We can see we get 30 seconds, 30-second limit, just under that. When we're done, we press stop. And then this person is actually going to be able to speak back
I love it.
with gestures and
Oh, I
everything
see
else.
so many great uses for this. This is so
Let's
fun.
talk about uses and
Okay,
implementation and
right.
implementation ideas. So for students that have a hard time writing, and that's just a difficult challenge, this would be a great way to help them start to tell a story. It could be an opportunity for them to revisit a time period in history and a character in history.
What about
And
the outfits? Can you get historical outfits?
Not that I've seen. I think
Okay.
as far as I have seen so far, we're limited just to the wardrobe that is here.
Okay.
So again, I'm here with tops, and I can see that I'm limited just to those colors.
In-app purchases?
No in-app purchases that I've seen.
Okay.
It's a great thing to bring up, though, because we do have some multimedia, or I should say social media tie-ins here.
All right.
So that is something to be aware of. But there is no storage of data in the cloud or anything like that that I've seen.
I
with
also
this as well.
see that reluctant student that's quite shy, being able to do this, as many times as they need for a presentation, and then using the avatar to speak for them. I love
It's a
that
great
idea,
idea.
and it's so engaging, and students really like this idea. And then we go to that assistive technology, the emotion, the ability to express oneself when maybe they can't do that yet.
That's right.
I love that. That's really neat. Okay, pros, cons?
I think one of the pros is that, well, it's free and it's very simple to use. It doesn't require a whole lot of instruction to get students up and going, and can be used for a variety of different grade levels, particularly, of course, in the elementary grades. And I think it's very flexible for that, to meet a number of different needs with students. In terms of cons, it would be great, I'm kind of wishing for the stars here, that we could have time period pieces
Well, I'm
of
thinking
clothing,
of
for
those
example.
characters, like we talked about. If you're doing someone in the main character of a book, and you want to put that clothing on that would help, portray that character, or a historical figure like you brought up, I think that would be so neat. But
I think it's a well done app and certainly worth checking out.